My name is Liza. I was only 19 when my family decided my future. I never thought my life would take such a turn so early. Like many girls in our society, I had dreams of choosing my own partner, of marrying someone I truly loved. But dreams and reality are not the same. Since childhood, my cousin Imran was always around me. He lived in the same village, sometimes visiting our home, sometimes playing cricket with my brothers. We were cousins, nothing more. I never imagined him as my husband. He was quiet, serious, and we never talked much. One evening, I was sitting with my mother, and she said softly, "Liza, your uncle and your father have decided. You will be engaged to Imran." Her words felt like a stone on my heart. I looked at her in shock. "But Ami, I don't want this. I don't feel anything for him." She touched my hand. "It's not about feelings, Beta. Families come first. This is tradition." I wanted to scream, but I stayed silent. In our family, saying no was not easy. The engagement happened quickly. Gold bangles on my wrists, sweets in the mouths of relatives, smiles all around. Everyone looked happy, except me. Imran stood quietly, looking at the ground. He didn't smile either. Maybe he felt the same? I didn't know. Months passed. The marriage date was fixed. Every day people reminded me, "Your big day is coming." But for me, it was not excitement. It was fear. I wanted love. I wanted choice. But all I felt was emptiness. Finally, the wedding day arrived. I wore the heavy red dress, shining jewelry, and thick makeup. Everyone said I looked like a princess. But inside, I felt like a prisoner wearing golden chains. The wedding rituals were long and noisy. Relatives danced, music played, laughter filled the hall. I sat quietly, my head down, trying not to cry. Imran sat beside me, but we didn't talk. He was silent, like me. We were two strangers tied together in the name of marriage. That night, after the long celebrations, I was sent to the decorated bridal room. The bed was covered with red flowers. The sweet smell of roses filled the air. My heart was beating fast, but not with excitement. It was beating with fear. Imran entered the room slowly. He looked nervous too. He sat at the edge of the bed, not looking at me. Minutes passed. Silence filled the room. I kept my eyes down, my hands shaking. In my heart, I prayed for courage, but nothing happened. We didn't talk. We didn't smile. There was no laughter, no warmth. He didn't hold my hand, didn't come closer. I didn't look at him either. We were like two shy children, afraid to even speak. That night, I realized the biggest truth. Marriage without feelings is like a body without a soul. There was no kiss, no touch, no real connection, just silence, just distance, just two people forced to share a room, forced to call each other husband and wife. I tried to break the silence once. "Imran, are you happy with this marriage?" He paused, looked away, and said quietly, "It doesn't matter what we feel." It was decided. His words cut me deeply. I turned my face, tears rolling down my cheeks. This was my first night, the night that many girls dream about, but for me it was just a dark, empty chapter. The next morning, relatives knocked on the door, expecting to see glowing faces, shy smiles, signs of love. But there was nothing. I wore the bangles, the dress, and I smiled for the guests, but inside, I was broken. Days turned into weeks. We lived in the same house, but there was still no connection. We talked only when necessary. "Do you want tea?" "Pass me the salt." "Close the door." Simple words, but no love behind them. Sometimes at night, I would lie awake and think, why did they force this on us? Why can't families understand that love cannot be arranged like furniture in a room? I remembered my school days, when I used to dream of a partner who would laugh with me, walk with me, share secrets with me, and love me deeply. Instead, I was living with a cousin who felt like a stranger. The biggest pain was not the silence. The biggest pain was the emptiness in my heart. I often sat by the window looking at the moon. I asked myself, is this what marriage is supposed to be? Two people locked in the same house, but with walls between their hearts? That was the truth of cousin marriage in my case. No love, no feelings, just family pressure. But deep inside, I also knew something important. Marriage without love is like a song without music. You can hear the words, but there is no melody. And that was only the beginning of my story. Days turned into months, and slowly I began to understand my life better. Marriage, people say, is a bond of love, care, and trust. But in my marriage, I saw none of that. Imran was not a bad man. He never shouted at me, never hurt me. But he also never tried to know me, never tried to come closer. We lived in the same room but felt miles apart. In the mornings, he would go to work. In the evenings, he would return tired, eat his dinner, and lie on the bed. Sometimes we exchanged a few simple words, but there was no warmth in them. At night, I often cried silently. I wanted him to hold my hand, to ask me how I felt, to tell me that everything would be okay. But he never did. He stayed on his side of the bed, and I stayed on mine. The silence between us was louder than words. I realized something bitter. A forced marriage makes two people strangers, even if they share the same roof. One day I asked him again, Imran, do you feel anything for me? He looked at me for a moment and then said quietly, Liza, it's not about you. It's about the way things were decided. I didn't choose this either. His words made me numb. It was clear now. Both of us were victims of family pressure. Both of us were carrying the weight of decisions we never made. Our first night was boring, empty, and cold. And the nights after that were not very different. No romance, no sweet talks, no laughter. Just duty, just formality. Relatives, neighbors, and friends always assumed we were happy. Whenever we stepped out together, people said, Mashallah, what a perfect couple. But behind closed doors, we were only actors playing roles we never wanted. I remember one evening when we attended a cousin's wedding. The bride and groom were in love. I could see it in their eyes, in the way they looked at each other. She smiled at him. He whispered something in her ear, and they laughed together. Watching them hurt me deeply. I thought, this is what love marriage looks like. Two hearts connected, two souls in harmony. On our way home, I couldn't hold my feelings anymore. I said to Imran, do you see the difference? They chose each other. Look at their happiness. And look at us. He stayed silent for a long time. Then he whispered, yes, Aisha. You're right. Love is the root of every marriage. Without it, we are just living, not loving. Those words stayed with me. They were true. As time passed, my loneliness grew heavier. Sometimes I felt like shouting, sometimes like breaking all the walls around me. I wanted to live, to love, to feel alive. But every day was the same, quiet, empty, lifeless. At night, when I closed my eyes, I dreamed of another life. A life where I could sit with my husband and share my thoughts. A life where he would kiss my forehead and tell me I was special. A life where we laughed until our stomachs hurt. But when I opened my eyes, reality was different. The man beside me was not my enemy, but he was not my lover either. I began to understand something very important. Marriage is not only about living together. Marriage is about living for each other. Without love, marriage becomes a cage. You can breathe, but you can never fly. Many nights I wrote in my diary. I wrote about my pain, my emptiness, and my wishes. I wrote one sentence again and again. Marriage without love is worse than loneliness. One day, while sitting with my younger sister, she asked me, "Appi, do you think I should marry the boy I love, even if our parents say no?" Her question touched my heart deeply. I held her hand and said, "Listen to me carefully. Never let anyone decide your happiness. Marriage is not just about family honor. Marriage is about two souls. If you love him, fight for him. Don't let anyone push you into a life you don't want." She looked at me with tears in her eyes. "Are you unhappy, Appy?" I forced a smile and whispered, "Just promise me you won't repeat my mistake." Now, when I look back at my journey, I see the dark truth. Engagements and forced marriages can destroy two lives. First nights without love are not magical. They are painful, silent, and empty. Families think they are protecting traditions, but sometimes they are killing happiness. I want every girl and boy to learn from my story. Love marriage is not about running away from family. It's about building a life with someone who truly understands you. When two people love each other, they care, they respect, and they fight for each other. But when two people are forced, they live in shadows, pretending to be happy, while their hearts slowly die inside. If I could turn back time, I would stand up for myself. I would say no before it was too late. But now, I can only share my truth with the world. So, my message is simple. Never let society or family push you into a marriage you don't want. Choose love. Choose respect. Choose a partner who makes your heart smile. Because in the end, love is not a luxury. It is the foundation of a happy marriage. That is my story. A story of a girl who was forced into cousin marriage, who faced a first night without emotions, and who lived with silence instead of love. But it is also a story with a lesson. Without love, marriage is just two bodies in the same house, not two souls in one heart. And I pray that no other girl or boy has to live that same empty life. Thanks for watching to my story.